Imagine walking into a room and turning heads without saying a word. In today's video, we are diving into habits that will make it happen. If you feel like looking attractive requires yada yada yada, so many different things, let me break it down for you. It is not that complicated. With just 7 of these simple habits, and these are habits that, by the way, I myself have been doing as well, the entire process of looking and feeling more attractive becomes so much more easier. So without further ado, let's get started. Point number 1 is to plan your outfits a day prior and know what colors suit you. Now, I have seen this happen so very often. We wake up in the morning and we're so stressed out. We have 100 things to do, and one of those 100 things is choosing what to wear. You don't want to add that stress for yourself in the morning. Instead, a day prior, choose what outfit you will be wearing, figure out where you're going the next day, what will be the vibe, whom you're meeting, and dress accordingly. Now the festivities are here, and obviously you want to glam up your style quotient. And so planning your outfits a day prior means you're not worrying about, oh, which color do I wear today? Do the outfits clash with each other? Is this going to look good on me or is it not? You're not leaving major decisions for the day of the event. You're planning in advance. Similarly, it's important to know what colors really work for you. Doing a little color analysis for yourself and knowing what colors really suit you, your complexion, your skin tone really makes the process of getting ready so easy. I've said this before, I'll say it again. What happens when you blindly go after trends is you have a wardrobe full of clothes you never actually end up wearing. As a matter of fact, we only use about 30% of our entire wardrobe. Yes, following a few trends here and there is nice and fun, but in the long term, get outfits that resonate with your lifestyle and the kind of stuff that you like. Now that a lot of festivals are coming around, make sure you have your outfits pre-planned so you're not stressing about those on the day of the functions. When you're stress-free, this even reflects to others who meet you. Next up is to romanticize life every day. I've not once met a person who's woken up one day and said, aha, I've made it in life. When you're doing something, when you're focusing on a task, make sure you do it with all your love and intention. Let's say you're doing your work, make sure you do it with all your intention. When your intention is in an activity, it reflects. Let's say you're not having the best of days, go out, take a walk, and while you're at the walk, get yourself some flowers. If you're going to meet someone, get a gift for them. These are small little ways in which you can romanticize your own life and make others feel special as well. I've been going to quite a few Diwali parties this season, and everywhere I go, I make sure I carry a little gift with me. It does not have to be something way too fancy. It could be a simple handmade card, a nice little gift. It could be a bunch of flowers. And of course, while you do this for others, you should also be doing this for yourself. Most of us are anyway redecorating our houses. We're trying new recipes. So this makes for the perfect time to romanticize your life. Next up is working out. Now, if you are a human, consider it your duty to cherish and nurture the gift of your body. We all have good days and bad days, but one thing that really sticks with us throughout our lives is our body, and you want to take care of this. The fact that you can move around, you can do things, you can talk to people, you can do your work, that's all because your body is functioning. If you haven't already done this, start working out. It could be yoga, it could be cardio, it could be strength training, it could be dancing, kickboxing, karate. My point is, move your body. In fact, the festive season is the time when people are looking forward to new beginnings. So if you've been thinking about having a workout routine for yourself, this is your sign. Next up, take time to figure out your go-to makeup routine. Especially now that the festive season is here, knowing your go-to makeup routine is a great way to make sure you're not rushing the process of getting ready. You'll have your makeup game on point and it'll be so very easy. But before we even start talking about makeup, start by figuring out your skin type and tone. It's a small habit, but trust me, it makes all the difference in how your makeup looks. Alright, let me show you how I like to get festive ready. I love how Lakme has everything you need to create the most stunning looks, no matter what your skin type or tone is. I like to use the multi-slayer sticks for my base. These blend like a dream, giving the most seamless base and are very travel friendly, making them perfect during the festive season. I'm using the foundation stick in the shade Cool Ivory for my base. Then I'm going to use the blush stick in the shade Sweet Cheeks to add a nice pop of color to my face. For a defined and sculpted look, I'm going to use the contour stick in the shade Neutral Light. Then I'm using the highlighter stick in the shade Golden Gleam to add that festive glow to my face. For eyes, the Rouge Bloom palette is literally all you need to create infinite looks, from soft glam to ultra glam. To prep the lids, I'm using the base shade, which is literally called Base. On the crease, I'm using a lighter shade called Sparkler. Then I'm using the shade Blush on the outer corner. And then to add the festive shimmer, I'm using the shade Limitless towards the inner corner and even slightly on the lid. And for lips, I switch between the powder matte bullet and the matte liquid lipstick. Both blur fine lines on the lips and stay on for hours without drying your lips. Like, I can wear them all day and barely need a touch up. They come in multiple shades, so you can choose your favorites depending on what looks best on you. This is my go-to shade. It's so pretty. You can wear it during the day, you can wear it during the night. Another one of my favorites is the shade 209 Scarlet Rose, which is this beautiful red shade that complements all skin tones. This is the shade 303 Tender Tulip. This is such a pretty nude shade. It's that your lips but better shade that gives a very polished, effortless look for any occasion. And another one I really like is 204 Blushing Bay, perfect for adding a touch of romance to literally any look. With the Lakme Rouge Bloom range, getting ready is so much fun, especially with all the festive looks you can create. So sit back, slow down and indulge. Enjoy the process of getting ready. I'll leave a link to the range down below to check it out. Next up, good hygiene always. Have you ever noticed on days you do your everything shower, you feel so much nicer about yourself? If you don't have an everyday shower day for yourself, please make sure you do. This is the time when you wash your hair, you clean your nails, you do your eyebrows, your hair is trimmed, you have a nice deodorant on. Trust me, when you have your grooming on point, you are going to feel so much more confident. And I don't want you to ever put yourself in a situation where you do not feel confident. Set some time aside for this, but make sure you do your entire grooming routine so wherever you go, you are looking presentable. And not just looking presentable, you're actually making heads turn. I'd love to know what else you do. Leave your grooming rituals down below in the comments so we can all help each other out over here. The next habit that makes you so very attractive is having good mannerisms and good social etiquette. Let's say you're going to a party and the server comes around with a lot of food on the tray. Do you take up everything? You take one piece at a time in your plate or on your napkin, and don't bite more than you can chew. Don't fill your plate up with things. When you meet somebody, have a nice gentle smile. These are small little things, but when you start practicing these in your everyday life, when people meet you, you instantly have that magnetic aura. When you meet somebody for the first time, know how to have a nice firm handshake. Your handshake should not be too lousy, and it should definitely not be a bone crusher handshake. At the same time, your posture matters so very much. Sit nicely, do not slouch. If you'd like to learn more about body language and how you can become the most charming person in the room in all aspects, physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, I've written this book called The Glow Up Guide. This is what you need to read. It's a nice simple read and it is available on Amazon, Flipkart and on Notion Press. We've sold thousands of copies and it is an Amazon bestseller. The reviews speak for themselves. So if you'd like to get your hands on the book, the link is right down in the description. And finally, have an attitude of gratitude. Every night before sleeping, I like to update my to-do list for the next day, and while I used to title my to-do list literally to-do list, I've changed that from to-do to get-to-do list, because every morning when I wake up, I have this attitude of gratitude that I get to do this. Even if it is something I really do not want to do, just having this attitude of I get to do this, I am lucky and privileged to be able to do this. There are people out there who would do anything to be able to do what I am dreading. That's when every single time I approach a task that I have to do, whether or not I like it, I have this feeling of I am thankful, I am grateful, and I feel blessed. It's a small habit, it's a small change in perception, it's how you see a certain thing, but it goes such a long way. When you do this over a period of time and when you have this perspective shift, you will realize being overwhelmed simply means abundance. You have so much more than you can handle at the moment, and if you look at it in a different way, that in itself is a blessing. I've seen people who go onto social media platforms and they'll start ranting and venting about how tiring a certain thing is, how exhausted they are. While it's good to express yourself, I also think there needs to be a little bit more of gratitude that you get to do what you get to do every single day, and there are people who would do anything to do what you're doing right now. So when you stop constantly ranting and venting and going on and on and on about the problems in your life, you instantly start becoming more attractive, because that's when your attitude of gratitude really comes out. That's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, you know what to do. Give this video a big thumbs up and leave your comments down below, letting me know what other videos you'd like to watch. And if you're new here, I would love for you to subscribe and join our family, because I do make a lot of such videos helping you level up your personal presence. I'll see you very soon. Till then, enjoy the festive season.